Over 30 years, that's how long it took for us to finally get actual real-life Sonic shoes. Kinda crazy that it took them this long to finally release them. So to celebrate, why not go over the various Sonic shoes that have released over the years. Now, I'm just going to be going over major releases and stuff like that, and not just any shoe that has Sonic's face slapped onto it, or else we'd be here all day. Sorry to any Sonic X shoe fans out there who may be watching. I'm also not counting shoes that happen to exist in real life that Sonic has worn, like soap shoes or something like that, because there's never been an actual soap shoe released that's supposed to be like the one Sonic wears. Shoes that coincidentally look like Sonic's don't count either. So yeah. Okay, so first up, technically these aren't actually shoes, but I thought I'd include them anyway. In 2017, Great Eastern, who you might be familiar with as they're well known for releasing Sonic plushies and other merchandise, released a pair of Sonic slippers that are supposed to look like Sonic shoes. Not really much for me to say about these, they're pretty cool looking I guess. I'm not really a slipper wearer, so I'm really not interested in these, but I guess they're pretty cool, and if you want something that looks like Sonic shoes, even though they're not actual shoes, I can kinda see the appeal in that. Or I guess if you wear slippers often and you're also a Sonic fan, you'd probably like these. Next up, also in 2017, Sonic collabed with Anapau to release a pair of shoes. And while they do resemble Sonic's actual shoes, come on, these aren't actually Sonic shoes. These are like slip-ons, come on, what is this? If I wanted actual Sonic shoes, I definitely wouldn't be going for these. And I know a lot of people probably did when they first came out, because I've seen a lot of pictures of people having them online. But at the time, like, what other Sonic shoes were there out there? At least ones that are supposed to resemble Sonic's real shoes. This is kind of all we had that kind of look like that. Even though they're not the best, and I certainly wouldn't consider these a real-life version of Sonic shoes. I guess you could say they're good enough if you want something that vaguely resembles that. It's even got a little buckle. But yeah, to me, these definitely don't cut it. Next, in 2018, Sonic collabed with Puma to release not one, but two pairs of Sonic-themed shoes. And neither of them look like real Sonic shoes. But despite that, they actually are pretty cool looking. They're both Puma RS-0s. One of them is Sonic-themed and it's mostly blue, and the other one is Eggman-themed and it's mostly red. And while it was a bit disappointing that they went this route instead of doing actual Sonic shoes, there's always next time, right? And I don't really like how the Eggman pair looks too much, but I do really like the look of the Sonic pair. I was actually really close to buying these when they first came out. They actually have a bit of a fuzzy texture to it, which is nice. There's a few rings on there, and there's a little bit of Green Hill Zone's checkerboards and grass on there too. Sonic and Puma actually collabed again 1 year later in 2019, releasing a pair of Puma RS-X3s. These only being vaguely Sonic themed though. They're black with blue and red accents, and there's a life count and a ring count on them, which are pretty much the only Sonic things that you can see on these shoes. These are kinda nice looking, and I actually almost bought these too, but these are definitely the least Sonic-y out of all of them. While in the first collab, it was pretty obvious that these were Sonic themed shoes, these you kinda have to look just a little bit harder to tell. Then 2020 comes along, the first Sonic movie releases, and guess what? Sonic's wearing Puma shoes, and Sonic's collab with Puma 2 times before at this point. Now has to be the time where they release real-life Sonic shoes, right? Well, I'm sure you know where this is going by now. They release another pair of RS-X3s that are only vaguely Sonic themed again. And while these are still kinda nice looking and I do like the colorway a little bit, Puma definitely bottled it by releasing these and not the ones Sonic actually wears in the movie. I honestly completely forgot about these two until I decided to make this video. They even had a red and black pair, which I just remembered about. I guess these are supposed to be like the Eggman version like they did for the first collab, or maybe Shadow, I don't know. There's really nothing Eggman about these at all, so. And they didn't just release shoes this time around, they released an entire clothing line, so they were clearly going for a big push with the movie coming out. Yet they still failed to deliver in the shoe department. Then Puma, for a Sonic movie promotion, collabed with the shoe surgeon to make actual Sonic shoes. But these were basically just for show, as they were never actually sold anywhere. Thanks a lot, I guess. It wouldn't be until 2022 where, out of nowhere, we finally get those real-life Sonic shoes, just in time for the second movie. Like, seriously, this did come out of nowhere. They just tweeted about it and they dropped just like that. Only like a week before the second movie came out in the United States. And actually, it's not Puma who released these, but Fila, which makes sense since in the second film, while Sonic still wears the Pumas, it seems like they lost a brand deal since the Puma logo is nowhere to be seen. I do find it kind of funny that Puma collabed with Sonic for years and just totally dropped the bag. And Fila had to be the ones to step up and finally get the job done, seemingly out of nowhere. These are a pair of Ray Tracer Evos, but they actually went out of their way to make them look like Sonic shoes. They have no laces, the iconic white strap, and they have a little orange tag which Sonic shoes have in the movie. All stuff that wouldn't be on a normal pair of Ray Tracer Evos. It's so cool that they went out of their way to make them as accurate as possible. And they're advertised as being the same pair as the movies, even though technically they're not, because he still wore the Puma shoes in the second movie. They're only very slightly different, and they're pretty close enough. I definitely say that these are the real life Sonic shoes that fans have been dreaming of since basically forever. And you already know I bought these the second I saw them drop. I was a bit lucky too since they sold out pretty fast. And they arrived just in time to watch the second movie in theaters. Now, I'm not a sneakerhead or anything to give a super in-depth review on these, but I will say that not only are they really cool looking, but they're also really comfy as well. I definitely recommend you to buy them if you had the chance. Fila definitely did a great job with these. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at all these Sonic shoes. It definitely took a while to finally get those real-life Sonic shoes we've all wanted. And it's really cool to finally be able to own these. They're definitely a great release. Now, if only I could get a pair of Dolce & Gabbana Shadow the Hedgehog shoes.